Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of the Every Story Counts podcast. Today on the show we have with us Jonathon Hodgson, aka the Half Man.
AKA.
Thank you very much for coming on, mate.
No problem, Joe. Thank you for having me.
Amazing story, mate. Gone from 40 stone. What are you weighing now?
Oh, God. Probably, I got down to about 14 for that shoot, but probably about 16 now.
From 40 stone, mate.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I think it's massive having you on, mate, because everybody talks about drugs and drink and everything like that.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about food as much. And they don't. And it's something, especially to me, I've not had massive problems, but it's something that I take quite personal with food. With I really eat out a lot and stuff like that. And I don't have a problem with anything else, with drink, drugs, nothing like that. Don't smoke. And mine is... So I'm really interested listening to yourself on how you've done what you've done and how you've recovered.
Yeah.
Just for even myself to learn a little bit about myself from it. And this is what the podcast's all about, mate, and it is. So I really appreciate you coming on, mate.
No problem, mate. Anytime.
So what's your earliest memory of sort of food from your childhood?
Earliest memory, this is obviously not scripted or all, but the thing, when you asked that question then, the first thing that comes to mind was when I was like a kid, I used to spend a lot of time with my grandparents.
Right.
And I remember my dad's mum, my nan, like every Saturday I used to go sleep over with Met Buns. So I probably say from a young age, like I remember, like, I mean, it's been a long time since I made cake, but we used to Met Buns and I used to like eat the, like the cake mix and that before it was done.
Yeah, that was the times.
And that's the earliest memory what I can remember. Yeah, it's proper weird. But you've just took me back because I've never really been asked that question before. So
do you know what? I remember as well. Now speaking about that, like I remember going to my grand's and like we'd go there and all his grandkids would go there and she'd feed us all the time. And
I think that's the old school mentality though, isn't it?
I'd go there after school because it was around the corner from my parents' house, and I'd go there to hers and she'd feed me loads of stuff. And then I'd come back to my parents' house and I'd be eating again. And when you go there, you just, that's the old school mentality.
If you think about it, like from a young age, that's like an habit what you've instilled in yourself to go on further in life, isn't it?
It is, it's crazy, isn't it? And I don't think that happens as much as it does now.
I remember like I could either go home and have some, probably like my mum had made me some shitty chicken nuggets and chips, or I could go to my nan's and have like homemade food, you know what I mean, and then a couple of buns after. So that's my earliest memory of relatable to food like that.
Did you love food a lot back then, or was there any sort of an issue?
Even at young age, I used to play football, but I was quite decent to be fair. But I used to play in nets. Right. So I were a goalkeeper, but a decent standard. But like, even like from being that young, I remember, when we used to do like pre-training and stuff, like I always remember manager always saying like, you're a really good shot stopper, but you need to get better with fitness. And like when we used to do like pre-fitness before, because we were like an old school manager, I also remember like I was always last at park running. It's blowing at me, you know what I mean?
It's meant to be quite normal though as a goalkeeper, isn't it?
Probably.
Everyone thinks it.
You all see it generally. I'm not being like disrespectful, but all goalkeepers.
They are, they're back.
When you see Sunday League football now, the porky ones, aren't they, all going nuts?
What you think as well, when you think of football regarding food, when you're playing out foot, you're burning calories.
Exactly.
You're burning a hell of a lot of calories. Yeah. And as well, if you are, in yourself, if you're not fit and you're not able, you're going to get killed when you get on the pitch. So there's a bit of it, but when you're in goal, you see some goalies now, even not as much now, but even you think 10 years ago.
Remember that, thinking about that though, even just on that, like I remember, it were a few years back and there were a guy who used to play nets for
was it Sutton?
And
he was eating
he got
pie.
he was eating pie, but he got some rate shit off that, didn't he? From Kimberley, we're all in papers. I think that was when I started losing weight.
But that's what I mean. Can you imagine him have been on the bench, not a goalkeeper? Obviously, he got shit. But if he'd have been that weight and he'd have been an outfield player, he'd have not stood a chance, would he?
Maybe a penalty.
Yeah, would have been all right on that. What sort of age would you say you had sort of a problem then?
From me, to be honest with you, from thinking back, even at like, I'd probably say 8 and 9, I were always overweight. For my, not like massive, but I were always big. For my age.
Do you think any of that was genetics at the time, or do you think that was literally just what you were sticking?
I don't think it's genetic. I don't think it's ever genetics. I think
because people say that, don't they?
Yeah, I think
some people are like, it's genetics.
No, it's bullshit. I always get that. Somebody else said to me, like, I'll have messages on my Instagram just going off topic quick, and they'll be like, oh, I've got a slow metabolism, I can't lose weight, I'm on 1,500 calories, and I'll be like, I'll tell you 100%, if I drop you on a desert island and pick you up a month after, I guarantee you'll be half your size.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because some people do say, I can't lose it.
It's bullshit, man.
Do you know what I mean?
Thing is, though, I feel like I'm in a respectable place to call it out now because I've been there, and I used to make that excuse myself. That's a bit now I've been through the adversity of it, and I see it other side. I'm like, you're just making excuses.
Do you know what? One of my friends, I'm not going to say who it is, one of my mates, I don't know how much for Billy Bullshit it wasn't this, but he said a bit ago, we've seen him, he lost some good amount of weight, he looked really good. Said to him, and he liked a beer.
Yeah.
Says, mate, you've lost some weight, you. I says, you look good. He goes, oh, yeah. I says, you've been dieting there? He says, well, what I've been doing is I'm not eating, I'm just drinking loads. I was like, huh? He says, yeah, I'm not really eating meals much at all. I don't really eat food much now. I'm just drinking loads of pints like after work and stuff. I was like, but I'm looking and thinking, well, calories and alcohol, mate, you know. But then I'm thinking the more I fall into it, I'm thinking, well, what he's obviously doing then is he's having loads of beer, he's having a takeaway straight after it, probably having his tea. Yeah. But I was like, mate, that is so unhealthy. He's like, yeah, I'm hardly eating. I'm just drinking loads.
Yeah, it might last a month, and then after that, it'll be like a skeleton.
What sort of a backward mindset is that?
People want quick fixes, though, don't they? That's the problem. They want a quick shoe, like drop loads of weight straight away, but then I'd probably say 4 to 6 weeks after, obviously momentum slows and discipline slows, and then obviously motivation slows down, and then they seem to go back to square one. That's the issue.
You know, when you said to you about people message you on Instagram and stuff like that, how much do you think people are just wanting you to say the nice answer? Do you get what I'm sort of saying? People want to hear the nice thing.
Yeah, I've like I say, I've been on both sides. The thing is like, I always reply to people on my Instagram, but I do it in like a respectable way. So like I said, like I could turn around and say, like, I could be funny with what I reply back, but I'm not like that. I'm not that person. So I'll try and word it in a way where I try and make them agree with what I'm saying. So like I'll say to them, if I drop you off somewhere for a month with no food and pick you back up a month later, I guarantee you'll be lighter. And they'll be like, well, yeah, because you're going to be, aren't you?
Do you ever get people saying, because I know, you know, you did yours, I know you've done your way of losing weight, you've not used any of this Manjaro or anything like that crap.
Never tried it.
Do you ever get people saying, you're talking shit?
Yeah,
like,
I've been accused.
Like, mate, there's no way you could lose that. It's not possible. You've fucking used some, of course you have.
Yeah, there were obviously I'm from Barnsley, and there were a rumour mill going around that I'd had a gastric band. But I just like laugh me.
I was about to say, how do you take that?
It don't bother me.
That's the best attitude to have.
Do you know, I'd probably say, when I first ever started losing weight, like, I didn't tell my wife how much I weighed for 6 months. I was embarrassed. I'd probably say maybe 18 months to 2 years. When I think when I lost the 20 stone originally, and it sounds harsh to say this, but when I realised that I stopped giving a fuck what people thought about me, I think it changed my life, to be honest with you.
What is it? It helps you?
Yeah.
Why do you think that? Because usually you say it the other way.
Because I just think that if a lot of people nowadays, they're too busy wondering what everybody thinks of them. And I think that once I stopped caring what people thought about me and just did my own thing, it just changed me. Like, I just think I've stopped caring what people think. So, do you know, like if somebody had said that to me, like I could have like gone in Michelle and been devastated about it. But I just thought, if that's what you think, that's what you think.
I think that's a fantastic attitude to
have. That's what I mean. Like, at the end of the day, like, in life, you're gonna go through some shit, and I think it's how you deal with it that defines you.
You can't be as well arguing with people all the time because it's just too much. It's like, just too negative.
I saw somebody come across my page the other day, like when I was out and speaking to him, and as a bit of a joke, he like said, "Wow, you fat bastard." But like, if he'd have said that to me like 3 years ago, I'd have been absolutely devastated.
That'd have crushed you.
Yeah. And I just laughed. I went, yeah, I agree with you. Like, I can't not disagree with what you're saying. Do you know what I mean? But then that's what I'm saying, when you get to be that in that position, like, it's a game changer.
I think it's hard though as well, because people say things like that, like that person said that to you, I'm sure they have some skeletons in their closet, or they've had problems.
Everybody's got problems.
People are all good and well saying stuff to other people, but as soon as someone comes back at them, you know, the old saying, "If don't speak to people the way you want to be spoken to."
Well, I always think that people in that scenario, majority of the time, like they'll say a negative thing to someone else to make them feel better in regards to what they're going through or what they've been through. Do you know what I mean?
You can't argue. But I mean, it's even on social media and stuff like that. I mean, for me, obviously, I'm quite early in this game podcasting, but some of the comments I've had, you can have 50 comments good.
Yeah.
You can have 2 bad.
But do you focus on the bad ones?
And the bad ones early, not as much now.
Yeah.
But previously at start, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, what's he on about? And I have a guest on, you know, I'm not going to say who, a guest on ringing me saying like from a comment that like loads and loads of positive things, loads of really good things. There was like one bad comment of somebody said something and they're like, what are they on about? What's that mean? What they? And I'm like, look, wherever there's positivity, there is negativity. You can't avoid it.
I had
what happens.
The first one I had
there.
Like I've had a couple earlier on in my Instagram, and I think like sometimes I have a laugh and message them back, but what I also makes me laugh is like whenever you click on the profile, it's always a picture of a cat or a dog. It's never their own picture, is it? Do you know what I mean? Or if there's odd time where they've like got their own photo in, I think, Jesus, mate, you're not a bloody picture you send. You know what I mean?
Oh God,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's just having that like if you have a different mindset about it, honestly, it's a game changer. That
you've got to be able to be able to acknowledge.
I think naturally though, like I think in today's society, your brain's wired to go through it, to look at the negative. Whereas like for me, it's like now it's like me doing this, like obviously I put myself in a vulnerable position, speaking honestly and raw about my situation to help other people because I know how much it helps other people, but it don't bother me now. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think if we're looking back 3 years, you wouldn't have been able to speak the same way about your weight and stuff like that?
I wouldn't have been here. I wouldn't have come. I wouldn't have done this 3 years ago.
Were you leaving the house much at that time or like that?
Yeah, I left house. But when I started my weight loss, I did it like what I call like incognito. So I didn't tell anybody, and I was going to gym at like 5, 6 in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, just to keep out of people's way. Yeah. So I think one thing, some of my lads who I've got on my like under me now, like just helping them and stuff, and I'll say to them like, do you know, like there's been that many times when I said they'll be like, right, I'm going to start Monday, and then I'll be like, don't tell anybody, because you put pressure on yourself
to do it.
Yeah, or you'll get somebody from work, they'll say, oh, how much have you lost this week, and they'll be like £2, and then the week after £2 or whatever, and then the 1 week where they've either not lost or they might have even gained, because like I say, it's like I said to you before, like in terms of like weight loss, the scale doesn't define how much fat you've lost, it's just your body weight. And that week where they might not have lost any scale weight or they might have put one on, it kind of, they think that defines them in the progress, and it doesn't.
No, completely.
Because weight loss isn't linear, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Did you feel when you were going them opening times, that first gym session, did you feel people sort of looking at you then?
Yeah. I know the one. I know there were a couple of lads who, I won't say bare laugh, but I know there were. Do you know when you know somebody's talking about you?
Do you know the worst thing as well that I'd obviously couldn't say it, but you see it so many times on social media, people are out with the phones.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I can imagine you're looking around and someone's got his phone like that, and you're thinking, he's fucking videoing me. Yeah, he's fucking videoing me.
I've never had that, but I have had, like, I know for a fact that there were a couple of lads who obviously, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's like obviously, if you look at it from their point of view, like there's not many folk winning at a gym, is it, 40 stone? Do you know what I mean?
No, but everyone's got to
I mean, obviously, exactly. But if I see someone coming in the gym now, if they want my weight or even just someone big, like I know how they feel. So, but I'm like, that's off to you.
Yeah,
like you've got some bollocks to do it.
100%. Yeah.
And obviously, like, I mean, sometimes I've even say like someone's come for like a few weeks or they've come for a few months progressively. Not like it middle of everybody, but like as I've sort of watched them say like go into a corner or whatever, I've like caught sort of swung past them and I've made a good comment to them, you know, to because I know it helps them keep going.
You've been in that sort of road yourself, haven't you? Do you believe like So from when you were younger, did you get people saying stuff then, like doctors? Did you have like teachers or anything?
Not really, no, because if I'm being honest with you, like I always hung about with decent lads at school, so I never got bullied
You
at
never
school.
got any shit.
No, I hung about with some popular lads, and I think obviously, in some respects, like I think some even up to my adult life now, I think some of the banter that I've got has probably been from being younger, being overweight, because I think you have to compensate for it in other areas.
Yeah, of course you do. You have to be quick with it.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Do you think as well, like, for example, you've got kids, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got 2 boys, yeah.
Do you think, like, parents-wise and things like that, do you think sometimes people say, don't they, parents are to blame?
Yeah.
Do you put that any part
Well, I mean, like, a little bit. I mean, like, obviously, it's probably not nice for, like, my mum and dad to hear, but, like, at the end of the day, I think if my lads now are big, it's like, it's like a dog, innit? Like, if your dog gets big, you give him less food, don't you?
Yeah, and it's
simple. It's so simple. It's like my lads, like, but I think from me doing what I've done now, like, obviously I try and, don't get me wrong, like, I'll treat them every now and again to like a McDonald's or whatever, but it's not like what I see people, I mean, where I work or some of the jobs I go to, like, honestly, like, they're getting like, Ubers every day. Like, you'll go in someone's house, because like I do a lot of contracting work, and they've probably got 3 days worth of food outside, and it's like Mackey's, KFC. It's just so easy to order. Can't be asked to cook out.
Do you think like sort of a food addiction similar to sort of drugs and alcohol?
I do. I think it is. I think I remember once getting a comment saying like, "Well, there's no such thing as food addiction. Like, it's just a general, like, you have food."
That's what people think. Just don't eat.
Yeah. Where for me personally, it was that bad that I got to a stage where I couldn't go past like a Greg's or a McDonald's without sort of calling in for something. It sounds stupid, and I know people will watch this and who don't relate to it, but then I know people will watch it who does relate to it, and it's like, it sounds daft me saying this, but it's like shops calling you in. It's weird. Or you make excuses. I might have made an excuse in my head, like, say if I think, oh, we need some milk, in my head I'll be calling to the shop for some milk, but as a byproduct to it, I know for a fact that I'll be looking at the chocolate aisle as you go to till.
How shit did you feel after you'd eaten it?
Shit.
Straight away was that like
just a circle.
As soon as you'd eaten it, you were like,
yeah.
Was it like?
So you feel shit. You'll feel shit. You buy some shit to eat, and then you feel good for 10 minutes, and then you'll feel shit again. It's just a vicious circle.
Did you ever used to sort of make yourself feel sick or like that?
Yeah, I used to physically eat as much as I could, because I used to start a diet on a Monday. Said to myself, right, that's it now. No Chris, no chocolate, no biscuits. Yeah,
I can say this.
But what a game changer for me is having that flexibility a little bit with foods, which I was just uneducated. So when the guy who got me on the diet showed me like sort of like how to live the lifestylist type diet wise, so the first week I dieted, I were eating McDonald's, but I were having the wraps.
Right.
The chicken wraps.
Yeah.
And he got to end of week, and this guy said to me, if you don't get any results, I'll give you money back. So I was thinking at end of week, I'm thinking, right, I'll do this for a week, and then I'll message him, and they'll be like, right, give me money back or whatever. Got to end of first week. Bearing in mind, I got weighed on a Monday morning. It was Friday. I got so weighed, it was Friday. So I got weighed Friday morning. £19 drop.
£19?
First week. And that's when penny dropped for me. And I was like, this is going to be a piece of piss. And that were a game changer, honest to God.
How much did you try before that? Did you try a lot before that?
Oh, yeah. So what I used to do is, do you know like how you see on Instagram, like keto, Slimming World, I've gone through mill, everything. And then it's like, you pick up bad habits from everything else. Mm-hmm. So like, you'll do a keto, you think carbs are bad. Then you'll do a carb diet, think protein's bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
And then, so what happens is you just get lost in like a vicious circle where you don't know what's going off, because there's all these people that's like, one's lost weight on that, one's lost weight on that. When I got educated around food, for me, that were a game changer. I just knew it were different. That first week I got weighed, I've ate chocolate every day for 4 years. People don't believe me. It's not like, I have chocolate every day. Like, I've had chocolate today. You know what I mean? But if somebody else say you can't diet and you can't lose that weight and have chocolate, I'm like, I've had a protein bar today.
Had you used a lot of these? You know, you said you'd obviously spoke to like a dietitian or whatever about this. Had you spoke to quite a few before that?
I'd reached out to a couple of guys online and before, and they were like, "Oh yeah, send me a number." So I sent them a number, and I'll give you a ring next week. And never rung me. And I genuinely believe they probably saw my pictures and thought, "Fucking, no, he's got no chance."
You think they're looking another way though, and think, listen, this might be a massive one for him to be able to do this.
So the guy who I ended up going with, to be fair as well, like if I'm being totally honest with you, like I reached out to him by accident because in COVID he used to do like videos walking around the street, and everything he said I was like totally relatable. And I remember once I was cooking some tea and I was listening to one of his videos because he used to do like a live stream.
Yeah.
And I remember I was making some food and my wife come in the kitchen and she was like, why are you listening to these videos but you're not doing nothing about it? And that was as far as she went. She never fat shamed me at all, but she was just like, and I remember saying to her like, I'm gonna do something about it. And then I think probably the day after or day after that, I went to message him and just didn't have bollocks to do it. So I'd write a message to him, like try and like make it perfect or sound like I'm not in a bad place. And it's like, I'd change it 10 times, try and perfect it. And then I'd come to send it and just didn't have balls to send it. And then one day I'd wrote him a message, maybe deleted a couple of sentences, messing about, and then I sent it by mistake, this message to like half a message. And he texted me back, and at that moment, like even now after speaking about it, like I've got goosebumps, but I swear to you, like it was like somebody'd lifted a crane off my shoulder. I can't explain to it. It was like an out-of-body experience. Weird.
And that's what you obviously needed, didn't you?
I think what it is like I say, like, I mean, I've had my mum crying at my house. I've had her in tears. I've told my mum to fuck off from house. And I think I needed someone who, like a third party, to come in.
A bit tough.
And who I didn't know.
What age did you get with your missus at?
What, sorry?
With your missus?
What age?
Yeah.
I think I was 24, she was 26, or I was 26, she was 28.
And what was your weight like at that point?
I was slightly overweight, but not like I was.
And was it like a...
Gradual.
Did you see it get worse when you got together?
Yeah.
Was it a case of
I think we had
getting
to and stuff, yeah. But obviously she's got more control. Like if we went out, like she'd... Obviously, like she's just like a... Like she likes to eat out, but she's more controlled, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
but like she's been through me from being maybe early 20 stone up to 40, back down to 14, so she's been through me, bless her.
And what did she... During them times as well, she was quite nice about it? She was never...
She never, ever, honest to God, she never fat shaming. And I also remember saying, like, I never stopped loving you, like, and I like you, whether you're 40 stone or not. I mean, obviously, if I said to her now, like, would you prefer me now or at 40 stone? She obviously says now, but I think the difference is maybe not even from a physical point of view. I think it's more from being present.
Yeah.
So, like, when I was 40 stone, like, I got 2 lads. And like for probably first 3 years, like I was a shit dad, like not as in shit as in like, how can I put it? Like, I'd do stuff with him, but I wasn't present.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it hurts me to say that, but it's true. It's just how it is. It's part. I can't change it. The only thing what I can do going forward is just be the best version I can for them going forward.
Absolutely.
So I try and make up for it every day.
Yeah, listen, you obviously are, mate. You know what I mean? And you obviously had your problems with that and things like that. Do you ever look at the way she was with you and hope that she would maybe have turned around and said, listen, this relationship could well be over soon if you don't buck up your ideas and shit? Wouldn't that have worked, or would that have synced you even more?
I think it would have synced me down. I think it would have synced even more. She did mention a couple of times about moving out, but it wasn't from... What I want to reiterate is it wasn't from me looking how I looked. It was, I'd come home from work, I'd get on settee, I'd fall asleep. I wasn't present. Do you know what I mean? So I'd come home from work and literally I'd fall asleep for like 3 or 4 hours on couch, like a slob. Then I'd get up, go to bed. I might have come down in the middle of the night and made some food. It was just like I wasn't present. I just wasn't like an able body.
Did she know how much you were eating?
she used to find stuff in my van all the time, yeah. She'd find stuff in my van. I used to probably nearly fill a bag a day, like a bag a day in my van.
Yeah.
And she used to go in van and she'd be like, what's this? And I'd be like, oh, it's from last week. And it was probably maybe 2 days max.
Were you drinking then?
No.
So because a lot of people they say drink and then they take.
No, I've never drunk. I've never been a drinker. Never been a drinker. Never been drugs.
So that was your sort of comfort.
Food's my He's even now though. It's like it don't go away. I think I'll openly have a food problem till I die.
But now you just know how to manage it.
Just manageable. Yeah, it's just managing it.
How tough is it with all processed food nowadays? It's just everywhere, isn't it? It's how expensive is like to eat healthy food.
Yeah,
incredibly expensive.
Over there, I said this. I went, you've got like single mums now, and it's like they go to the supermarket, and fortunately for me, I'm in a position where I can buy healthy food.
Yeah.
But if you think about a single mum who's got kids, goes to the supermarket, and it's like, for them to make, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can make certain healthy meals cheap, but like when people are on a budget, like why? Naturally, they're gonna go for a frozen pizza at £1, aren't they? It's just too easy. But what makes me laugh is like the tax in like Diet Coke, the tax in full fat Coke. Why do they not tax that all shit food and make your fruit and veg and help farmers or whatever and do it cheaper? Do you know? It's back to front, and it's weird.
It's absolutely backwards. You know what? Before yourself, I'd had on really, really good chef, really, really top chef, and he was on about stuff. And I had this thing about like a chef like. I said to him, like, oh, going home, like, I says, do you, I bet you'll have, like, all fresh food cooked out and stuff. I says, no, I have, like, a pizza. I was like, yeah. Really? He said, yeah. He says, it's just easy, innit? He says, I've been at work all day. And I'm like, you're, like, a real top chef that can come back, cook loads of things. And he's like, I just can't bother. I just want to stick a pizza in and sit on the sofa. And I'm like,
it opens your eyes, isn't it?
It's probably
because he's sick of doing it all day. It's like I always said,
I said, sick of food.
Yeah, do you know like footballers? Like I always say, like even top footballers, like he probably had me send like your Ronaldos and stuff who are getting paid stupid amounts of money. They'll not wake up every day disciplined because they're on that much money. Do you know what I mean? They must get slightly bored of the job. It's like if you're doing it, if something every day, at some point, I mean, obviously, like it's when discipline comes in that though.
Yeah, and that's the thing. People, I mean, I'm horrendous, you know, at times, and the amount of times I turn around and think, oh, I'll lose it tomorrow. I'll go to the gym tomorrow. I'll lose it tomorrow, and it's just, I'm better once I'm in the rhythm of it. Yeah. I'm all right, but it's getting going. I find it easier as well for me at times to not eat than to eat healthy.
Yeah,
because I come to eat and I'm like, I'm just going to eat crap. Better just turn around and say, right, I'll just not eat now till tea and I'll just have some tea. But then tea will come sometimes and I'll eat my tea and then I'll be like, oh, what's for dessert? And I want dessert and then hot sweets are coming out and that. And
I think it's natural habit though to do that though, because I was like that before. It's just, you have your tea and then you're like looking around at you scanning for stuff.
Did yours just up and up and up then? Like from like, what was the gradual increase in how much you were sort of eating?
Well, we worked it out that my body weight, we worked it out that roughly I'd have been having to have about 10,000 calories a day at 40 stone. There's nuts in it, that. Do you know that now for me is 3.5 days food. 3.5 to 4 days food now, that.
So what would the day work for you? Let's say if you were at work that day, how would it work from the moment you got up to the moment you went to sleep?
I mean, obviously, like, it wasn't always the same, but in general...
Like on a bad day?
A bad day would be like, I said this before, like, so what I used to do is I'd say to myself, right, Monday I'm going to start a diet. And I've known me wake up Monday morning, roll my sleeves up for work, right, that's it now. You need to get some timber off. I've left my house at like 7:30. All intentions of dieting. I'll be in McDonald's at 7:45. So I've left home 15 minutes and I failed in 15 minutes.
Would it be to you when you got that McDonald's, would your mind say before, it's just a McDonald's, I'll just have this and then that's it? Or was it for you like you knew as soon as you got that was going?
I think once I got in that van, I think subconsciously I knew it's weird, it was like I'd be driving around I remember it, like I was driving around to roundabout and you see it and it's like subconsciously you know you're going to turn that way. It's like your body takes over it. I can't explain it. unless you've been in that position, like I said, to someone who's not got a food problem, they'll find it weird, and I totally get that. But when people who have suffered with that issue or they're going through it now, they'll know what I'm on about. Like subconsciously, you've got it. Do you know what best analogy what I can say? And I use this a lot, and it's quite a good analogy to be fair. Do you know that film with Eddie Murphy and with Sherman Klump?
No, I don't think I do.
Have you never seen that film?
No.
So basically, it's like there's like two people. So the original actor's like a massive guy, like fat guy, and then he drinks some like serum and makes him like slimmer.
Yeah.
So he's battling two battles. So he's got like a slimmer man inside. He's coming out as a slimmer man, but then he's got like the big guy at back of him. It's like that. It's like two forces going against each other. It's still like that today, though. To be fair,
Do you still have days now where you ever dip?
I try and do it as a shorter window. So if I know I'm craving something, what I'll do is I'll wait till a Saturday and I'll keep it as a short window, and then Sunday morning I'm back on diet. I'm quite disciplined. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you don't kill yourself now at thinking, look, I can't.
Yeah. So I might do a bit of damage, but in a short gap.
Right.
But then day after, it's like a bit of a blowout. But that for me sort of like resets myself.
What is it you do as a job?
Electrician.
How hard was that then? When you top work?
Tough. It was tough to get out of bed and get downstairs, to be fair. Well, I do a lot of testing, so I think it won't as bad because I won't like up and down and stuff and as much. But obviously, if I don't think I'd have been able to do like a proper like rewire. You know what I mean? Like
proper rewire.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I had to get out of bed. I had to physically get on floor and lift up off the floor to get out of bed.
How was it involved with Mrs. Love?
I knew you'd ask that question.
Well, it was just I just thought we laid in bed rolling yourself off. I just thought in the nicest way, like
So back end were tough.
Right.
I remember obviously libido were like shot.
Yeah.
But then obviously, as you've just seen, I've just got lean, and then I've got other like libido shot again. So you just got to strike that balance in between. But yeah, towards back end, I'll probably say a good 12 month, like no action.
Tell you what, you've got a good woman that stuck by you for everything, haven't you? Do you think she saved you a lot?
Yeah. Do you know like when you do you like how you sort of like you feel like you love your missus?
Yeah.
And I mean I tell her regular and I tell other people as well, like, do you know like when you think you can't get another 1%?
Yeah.
But respect, honestly, like respect I've got for her like is just insane.
You must see
that
everybody happiness from her as well.
Yeah, and I try obviously now I've come on through other side of it, like I've changed my mindset. And I feel like best way I can describe it is I just feel like I've had a second shot in life. And obviously I'm trying to do like I've obviously set my own business up, set another business up. And I'm just trying to give it a good shot. Because in some respects, I genuinely think that maybe another 6-12 months down the line, I probably wouldn't have been here.
I was about to say, how long do you think you really had left?
Not long.
What did doctors say to you all that?
I never went to doctors.
You never went?
Never went. No. I'm a bit old school.
Were you scared to go?
Yeah. I didn't even know how much I weighed. I had to order, when I first ever got weighed, I was probably naive to be fair. I had some scales that I'd had for quite a while. And I never knew I went to get weighed, jumped on them, and it come up OL. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, batteries need changing or what?
Yeah.
So I Googled it. I said, what does OL mean on a weighing scale? Over limit. So
really?
I looked.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, I didn't. So I turned them over and it were like max weight, 33.5 stone. I'm thinking, fuck me. So I go on Amazon Prime, and I think I ordered the next one up. I think it went up to like 44 stone. So I ordered these scales, or like industrial things, I think they come same day. And I remember like, I was proper anxious to go down. I remember it to this day. Got up in the morning, went downstairs, like massive, took every bit of clothing off, try and make me sound lighter.
Yeah.
Got on these scales and I looked down and I just saw a 4 because I had him in stone. And then I looked at side and it was, I swear to you, I wish I'd have took a photo of it. It was bang on nose 40. On the nose. It was a pound over, not a pound less. Swear to God. And I just sat there and just rode for about half an hour. And I thought, fucking hell, there's just no way back from this.
That's incredible, that.
No way
From
back
that moment, was that the moment when it was to change from that moment?
So I'd done my food shop the day before.
Yeah.
And then I think that was the Monday morning. And then on the Friday, I got weighed again and I won £19 drop. Now, don't get me wrong.
That's massive though, that.
Yeah, a lot of it would have been water. But at the same time, the Friday morning, because I'm just going downstairs willy-nilly. I genuinely, do you know like how people say, oh, I've kept off scales? I genuinely kept off scales. I didn't touch the scales. I didn't weigh myself week. And then that Friday morning, I come downstairs and I got weighed and I thought, fucking hell. And I can't explain it to you. Like, it was like an art, but I just thought, this is different. I just knew it was going to be different.
When you got the weight, so when you lost that weight the first time,
yeah.
If you hadn't have lost that,
yeah,
and the guy said, oh, and he sent you your money back,
yeah,
do you think that would have been...
Potentially, yeah.
That could have been really...
Yeah. But like, what were crazy is though, is like, obviously, I mean, over the period of time, I've like cleaned my diet up better. But like the first week, I were eating what people told me I couldn't diet on. Do you know what I mean? So like, I was still eating crisp chocolate, McDonald's, but numbers. Just once you're educated on food, it's numbers game.
What was the worst thing for you, food-wise? What was your most one that you ate? What was sort of the one thing that you look at and you think, that is hard to stop?
Fucking everything. I'm an absolute animal. Still am now. I've just come back from Dubai, mate. Honestly, we were apart.
Can you still eat loads now?
Yeah. Because I had a gastric band, have I? So I feel like my stomach's still the same size.
So do you constantly feel hungry?
Yeah. I don't know if it's just, but I think that's mental though. My missus said I need a therapist, but whether it's mental or not, I don't know. I have a meal, so I prep my meals myself. I don't know if it's just a psychological thing with me or what, but I'll eat a meal and then like I've got another one ready and I think I could just eat it now, but I've got to wait 3 hours for it. It's crazy. It's weird. But I think it's just, that's just how it is. Like, I say it how it is.
Yeah, you know what you got to do though. I was sleeping wise.
You
constantly feel like you're choking and sleep apnea and stuff like that.
Yeah, so basically, towards end, I remember one night, I woke up at night and I'd done it over a period of time. I was like waking up and like, I'd lost my breath at night. I don't know where my heart had stopped or what, I don't know. And I was like gasping for air. And I remember Katie once getting up out of bed and like whacking me on back. And I was obviously, I don't know if it like something got stuck or in my passage and then I was like breathing. And, but one time really scared me, like I genuinely couldn't breathe. I woke up, I was like gasping for air. But what's nuts now is, like I said before, like when I go around these jobs, I'm seeing so many of these machines in a bedroom. It's like I've never seen one before, but it's like normality to have one. It's weird.
There's loads of people that have it.
I've never seen. Honest to God, last probably 2 weeks at work where I've been working, I must have seen about 14, 15 machines. But it's weird. It's like the people who's got them. It's like, oh yeah, I've got like a sleep apnea machine. It's not like. It's kind of the thing of like, I'm overweight, so I'll have that.
It's an excuse, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's an excuse.
It's not, it blows my mind.
People don't want to admit that they've got a problem.
Yeah.
That's what the underlying thing is.
I can't explain. It's nuts when I think about it. Because I just want to get them and like say like, because I never tell anybody about what I've done. Unless someone asks me, I never turn around and say, oh, like I've done this, I've done that. I'm not like that. But at the same time, I know what they can achieve. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Everybody's capable of doing it, because people say to me like it's insane what you've done. I'm like, I'm no Superman, me. I'm just a normal person. Like I've not done no special.
Do you ever,
if you put your mind to it, anybody can do it.
you ever see some people like massively, like when you go to the gym and things like that? Do you ever see some of these people that are really over the way then and want to help them and want to really push them on? Because some people just have not got the confidence, have they? Or
No, I think it's a bit of both, though. I think sometimes, like, you'll see, and like I say, no disrespect to people, but sometimes people go to the gym for months and they don't change. Whereas, obviously, I think before I'd have been like, oh, that's off to them for going to the gym, but I think what a lot of people underestimate is food.
well, it was 80%, isn't it?
85, I say.
And people go to the gym. People go to the gym because they go to the gym.
Makes them feel better.
Yep, and they think then they can go home. Because I remember years ago, it was
Yeah.
horrendous what I was doing. I'd go run a 10K somewhere in gym. I'd go to McDonald's straight after the gym. It's like a treat.
I've seen people do it at our gym.
A treat.
So I'll come home, I'll leave gym at 7 in the morning, maybe 6, 7 in the morning. And so, like, I'll follow the car out, and there's like a McDonald's straight up the road from gym, and they pull it straight in.
Oh, that's dangerous.
It's like, what?
All the hard work that you've done in that session.
Well, you think about it, like, I mean, I do between 20 and 30 minutes cardio every day on bike, and I'll burn about 100 calories for 10 minutes.
Do you go then? Do you go before work all the time then?
Yeah. So I get up at 3:30.
So you do?
Discipline, yeah.
Got me, aren't you?
Yeah. If I don't get up, it makes me feel shit.
That's, a lot of people have said that. They've come on about going to the gym if they don't go nowadays.
Yeah. And like my miss, like when I'm on holiday, I just come back from Dubai, and even though I ate a load of shit, I went to gym every day. I did bike every day. I did 12,000 steps every day. Routine. My missus knows. She says, like, are you going to gym? She knows if I don't go to gym, I get ratty. How
is it regarding like clothes? You know, when you're at your...
Yeah.
How the hell is it? Because did they have any sizes for you?
So in Barnsley, there's what they call a big man shop.
Right.
And basically it's just like, it's just like a bin line. It's just a shop full of, I always call it like bin liner shops. It's not like aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So they go, there's a guy, there's like a mannequin in the shop, and it's this like massive structure of a man. And it says we do up to 8XL, and there's like an 8XL t-shirt.
Is that what you was?
No, I was 7. Yeah, I was 7.
And you look at that and you think, how the hell do you get to 8XL?
This is a medium in Zara, this.
So they did for a size bigger than you.
It went up to 8XL. I think the biggest one I got was a 7XL. But what it was just a copy and paste job. So as I was getting bigger, I'd literally buy the same t-shirt that had been in the same shop for probably 2 years, but just next size up. So it were like very, very similar clothes. You used to have elasticated waists.
Yeah.
And then same again, when I said to you before, like this time I knew it was different. Every other time I've ever lost weight, I've always saved the clothes for a rainy day.
Yeah.
My old clothes.
Yeah.
So like if I went from like a 7XL to a 6XL, I'd still have that 7XL in the bottom of my wardrobe for a rainy day. This time, every time I become obsessed by getting next size down in clothes. Every time I dropped a clothes size down, I used to throw my old t-shirts.
Thinking about it, it's really addictive.
Yeah.
Do you go on scales a lot then? Well, you know, when the weight was coming down a lot.
Yeah.
I imagine confidence-wise, that was brushing.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell any lies. Like, I mean, I'm a big advocate now on don't always go on scale weight, but if I'm being totally honest with people, like when you first lose weight, especially being that heavy, I think that's what kept me going. But obviously now I've lived a bit and obviously I'm able to do it as a bit of a lifestyle thing. Like it's not always scale weight. Like I just think it's just trying to look good and just trying to feel good.
That's what's the most important thing, isn't it? You know, like that Manjaro.
Yeah.
How insulting do you find that for yourself? As in, you've done it the proper way. Do you find it a little bit insulting when people are taking sort of shortcuts and using that?
I'm not. Do you know what? Like a lot of people, I said to this, I think people think I'm like a Manjaro killer. Do you know, like as if I hate on it and so, and I don't hate on it. I think if I'm being totally honest with you, I think for the right person, it's a good vehicle to use. So like, do you know, like say if someone's probably like maybe like what I wore at 40 stone, maybe because I refused to, but my mum offered to pay for me 2 gastric bands. She says to me, I remember once coming to my house and she went, if you give it go ahead, I'll book your flight tomorrow. She went, I'll pay for your gastric band in Turkey. And I refused it twice.
What was the reason you did?
Because I'm a stubborn bastard.
And you wanted to do it your way.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, do you know when you said, why you always overweight as a kid? I remember being 21 and weighing like, no, I might have been 19 or 20, and I remember weighing 27 stone at 19, 20, and I got down to about 18. So in back of my head, I knew I could do it, and I'm really stubborn like that. And but yeah, I think Manjaro. I think I'm not like an hater on it. I think in certain circumstances, I think if people genuinely need it, it is a good vehicle to use. Potentially, I can't comment on it too much because I've never tried it.
People want shortcuts, though, don't they?
But
Everyone wants stuff right now.
But
From
what I have experienced of it, or from what people have said, they've had bad side effects with it.
Yeah, I've read that.
Yeah. I don't know if you've seen that. They seem to have got everybody hooked on it, and they're ramping price up now. Have you seen that?
No.
They're supposed to be like, I mean, I don't know cost wise, but I'm sure I read the other day that it's going up from 140 quid a pen to like 320 quid a pen. So it's like getting people on it, and obviously like they're relying on it, or thinking people are relying on it, and then obviously they're ramping price up, and then thirdly, I've also seen like in comments and stuff like people have gone on it, and what they've done, they keep hiring the dose because you must get used to, your body must get used to it. But they're getting to a stage where they're getting to like high doses because they're scared of coming off it, because they're scared of going back to what they were before.
It's really scary.
So it's not sustainable, really, is it?
No,
it's just like another fad.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think it's bad as well. Like, I know for a fact I was with Mrs. and we were doing school run, and there was somebody was saying, and she looked like she'd lost weight.
Yeah.
Very quick.
Yeah.
My missus said to me straight away, she goes, "Oh, I think she's on that, taking that majority."
Yeah.
And you're looking and you're thinking, that might not be true. Yeah. There's a good chance that's not true. And everyone nowadays, you see people losing weight quick, and everyone does go to the point. And now I'm thinking, they're taking that. Yeah. They're using that.
I know a lot of people who's had it or who's tried it. And like I say, I'm not an hater against it at all. But
what have they said about it?
They've had good results from it. But then, like I said, same again. Like from what I've seen, they've come off it. And it's obviously, they've not gone back to square one, but they've obviously put a bit of timber back on.
Yeah.
But what I also say is like, do you know when you've grafted your bollocks off for it, like I have?
Yeah.
You appreciate it more.
Yeah, you've got to.
Yeah, honestly, like...
It's what it's like. It's like going to the gym, right?
It's delayed gratification, isn't it?
It's like using steroids at gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you do it the right way, you definitely feel better than what you would when you know you've done it the other way and works.
I think it's... Like I say, I think when you've grafted your balls off for what you've got, I mean, that shoot I did, like, obviously it got mentioned about, did I want to have out for it? And I thought, I don't want out because I know that shoot what I've done, all I had were creatine and EAAs. And even I was that lean, and it finally nuts. People were asking me if I'd took stuff about 2 or 3 weeks out from it. But I would just like, that's a compliment to me.
I was about to say, surely you take that in
to say where I've come from.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, as I say, I'm not hating on Manjaro because I do think it is a good vehicle to use, but I think choose it wisely.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you can do it the right way, do it the right way, of course. How much pressure has the weight put on your relationship then, and to stay in it like it is now? As in, how much pressure would it put on if you were to start putting weight on?
On my relationship with myself or with my missus?
With your missus.
So,
and your kids and things like that.
Relationship's gone roulette for me. So, like, obviously, I've had both ends at table. So, being overweight ain't easy. And being super lean is not easy. Like...
Is there a middle ground that you need?
There's a middle ground. This past 6 months when I've done that shoot, like, same again, but opposite ends of scale. Like, I've not been present. Libido's gone.
Yeah.
I've not wanted to play with kids. I've not had energy to do it. So it's people, and like I say, don't get me wrong, like, I'm glad I did it because I think the discipline that it's gave me, it'll take me through other stuff in life. But at the same time, like, people see these pictures of people shredded and stuff and think, oh, it's mint, but it's not everything that it's made out to be.
Oh, absolutely. Did you ever worry about sort of relapsing?
Yeah, every day. I always treat my journey as being one step from going back to where I was, and I think that keeps me grounded. That.
What's your opinion on stuff like fat shaming? Do you think it's something that works or not?
No, I think my experience on fat shaming is, I think if you openly like fat shame someone, like, they'll just go into the shell, like 100%. Like, I have messages on Instagram off wives, girlfriends, partners, or other people, and they'll say. And it's one of the most questions I get asked all the time. And I think only from me experiencing it from my point of view, like, I get it. Like, when you love someone or you're someone's partner or wife or husband or whatever, like, it's like you're desperate for them to change. And I think that because you get desperate, your attitude towards it gets desperate. So you're a bit more like, what's the word for it? I feel like people are a bit more direct. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that works?
No. So people say to me, my husband's massively overweight. I'm really worried about him. Have you got any advice? Every time, I could copy and paste it. It's the same answer every time. And I'll always say, express your concerns and just tell him or her that when they're ready, you'll be there for them.
Because that's the thing, innit? If you got
and then what you're doing then is you're giving them structure that you're going to be there for them, but at the same time you're putting the ball in their court. Because if they don't want to change, they'll not change.
Can imagine it is infuriating though, deep down, if you've got somebody you're like, please just, is it not enough to lose the weight for me and the kids? Is it not enough?
Yeah, it just sends you other way. You just want to eat more. Honestly, I said this story because it's just part of my journey, and obviously, like, I'd never dream of telling my mum to fuck off ever.
Yeah.
And I remember once she was roaring, crying, like, you're gonna die, you're killing yourself. And I remember I were on settee, slobbed. I was like half asleep, couldn't be arsed with her, and I just told her to get out of the house. And obviously looking back, obviously, like I say, it does, like, I don't, obviously I'd never dream of doing that, but when I think what it is when someone who cares about you, you just feel like attacked.
Yeah.
Whereas I think when you go down the route of saying, listen, I'm concerned about you, when you're ready to make the change, not when they're ready.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
Well, people do stuff, don't they? Of like, big is beautiful.
Yeah.
And all that. You see it plastered everywhere.
Not for that.
And the same big, and I think it's really, really wrong as well.
It's an excuse.
It's really, really wrong mindset.
And same again, I think I feel like I can have this opinion because I've been super, super heavy and I've been lean. And both have the challenges, but I could, like, if you asked 100 people who have been overweight and not say underweight, but like lean or whatever, if you said to them, like, what's best, been overweight or normal or whatever, if they were 100% honest, you would get 100% answers saying, like, normal weight. There's no, honest to God, there's no benefits from being overweight ever.
It's difficult, innit? Because
I just think it is an excuse, and that's just that's my opinion, and I think that's just me being honest. And I think probably it's just people who are obviously, and like I said, obviously you get good looking people who's overweight, and that's fine. It's like, but at the same time, like, I know the benefits from both, and there's not a cat in hell's chance. There's no way.
Do you remember that? Do you remember Scarlett Moffat?
No.
She went in.
Yeah.
She lost loads of weight. She did that DVD or whatever, and she lost loads of weight on that. And then she, after that, put weight on.
Yeah.
And she put all that weight on, and she did an interview saying, I feel better when I'm overweight. I feel better. And it's like,
no way.
She looked so much better.
Yeah.
And then she gone and put all that on. It's like, that's just not healthy for you. It's just not healthy. You can't physically think that yourself. You're saying it and you're telling people that, but you can't possibly think.
I think that's just it. And it is, like I said, this is one in my opinion. That'll be just to make us feel better.
Of course, yeah. I think that's what it is.
It is. It honestly is. Like and like I said, I feel like I've had experience of both, and there's like, I've been fat, I've been in shape, I'm relatively in shape now. It's a no-brainer.
Oh, okay.
Not a chance. If someone said to me,
makes no sense.
Do you know? I've never been asked this question. If someone come in here now and dropped £1 million on this table, and said, "Right, you can be 40 stone tomorrow," I won't take that £1 million.
It's not worth it, is it?
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. That's how I know that. And obviously, like, if I said to him, can I have that £1,000,000 and get back down to this way, then I'd take it. But what I'm saying is, if they said,
you've got
to take that £1,000,000 and you've got to stay at 40 stone, I swear to you, if it were 10 million quid, I won't take it. And that's how I know what you've just asked me is the right answer.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you feel relieved more than out else? Is it more of a proud moment for yourself, or is it more relieved?
Relieved. I never feel proud. I never give myself a pat on the back.
I think you should, mate. I think you should. I think you need to give yourself a pat on the back. If you're not going to, I'll definitely say it myself. Like, you need to be proud.
I find it hard. I find it hard. But I'll tell you what it is.
Proud of your achievement, mate.
Maybe the achievement, but I think in regards to, do I give myself a pat on the back? I feel like I'm still mad at myself for letting myself go how I did.
Brilliant with guilt.
Yeah.
You can always change what's in front of you, though, can't you? You can always change now. Yeah. You can't change the past.
And I always said, like, when I'm in, like, that, the past probably, I mean, I did that shoot cut, like, it took me, like a 6-month gradual cut, but the last probably 8 weeks, every day I woke up, I hated going to gym. I felt shit. I had no energy. But every morning when I woke up, I used to go in the mirror and look at myself in the mirror, and I used to say to myself, like, this is like an apology to myself for what I did. Weird.
Yeah, mate. If you've changed your life, right? Yeah. What's your relationship now with, like, with your kids? How would you want them to grow up and see your sort of story that what you've had? How would you the issues that you've had as well? How do you make sure they don't go down the same route that you did?
Well, it's weird because I've got 2 boys, and one reminds me of me, and there's the chalk and cheese.
Right.
But, like, obviously from me knowing or being educated now on food, like, because I can see what's happening to him. So one undereats and one overeats. Do you know what I mean?
That's really tough.
But yeah, but I know how to manage it.
Yeah.
So, like,
they've got nobody better as a role model, have they?
Yeah. So like, they don't know this because they're not educated yet and they're not old enough to understand. But, like, me knowing numbers, naturally, I'll get he's not overweight because he's really active, but I don't want him to get like I did.
Yeah. So you've got your eye, you've
watching him, he's really active, but I'll give him, wherever possible, the less calorie stuff.
Yeah.
And then
he
didn't realise.
It's clever.
So, like, the little lad, we laugh at home because I found him some cookies that are like 280 calories. And he loves going to the gym. I take him to the gym. He's only 10.
Yeah.
And he's this 6 weeks, he's like, we never thought he's always been like on small end, but he seems to have had a growth spurt, and I think he's realising himself because he's always said, "Oh, I'm small." So I've been taking him to the gym, and he loves it, and just having that time. And like I say, I always think, like, because I missed out on 3 or 4 years and been kids, like, I feel like I'm trying to make up for it. So I just try and make best I can for him.
Yeah,
and I have open conversations with him as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have chats, like, we'll have a group chat, family chat, and I feel like I want to teach them life skills before they know it.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean.
No, listen, I think everything you're doing is amazing. You know, I think your kids have got no better role model than yourself, and they aren't.
But also, on back of that as well, for anybody who is overweight and the kids are young, one thing that did not hurt me, but what struck me is we've filmed like a documentary stage on this.
Right.
And when Joe come round to do some filming, like, they asked the kids some questions. And bearing in mind, when I started losing weight, my lads were only 4 and 5.
Yeah.
And what really struck a chord with me is, from being that young, how much they remember. And that hurt, that.
Yeah, but they're also going to see the other side of it. They're also going to see, and you can go down the other line of saying, like, anything that they want to achieve in life. Listen, I was this, I was that way. I lost down and get that, and look what I'm doing now. If you want to achieve anything in life, you can achieve it. You just got to go out there and do it. But some people got to help themselves, haven't they? And, you know, the people obviously getting messages off and things like that, and, you know, they've got to look at your journey and take notice.
I think whatever in life you're doing, though, in regards to whatever journey that everybody's going on, like, one thing that's undervalued, which I think even in regards to dieting or whatever, like, undercuts it, is mindset.
Yeah, everything's mindset.
Like in regards to food, I say like 85% diet, 15% gym, but it's 100% mindset.
I don't think people realise as well that it is like 80-85% diet.
No.
People can not exercise in the nicest way and diet and you will lose weight.
I had a message
you can't exercise and have a crap diet. Exercise is not going to out battle a diet, a bad diet.
I had a message the other day off a guy saying, oh, like, and I don't know if it's like just his sort of like finger saying like, can you help me or not? But he was like, I can't, I'm not walking, I can't do exercise. I used to do gym and all this. And I was like, I can get you in shape without going to gym. Then he was like, what? And I was like, I can lose your weight without going to gym. And he was like, really? I was like, yeah. Like,
diet.
But it's just same though, isn't it? I was same though for years. It's just education, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. Listen, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Anytime.
Massively appreciate it. Your story's incredible, mate, and it is. And listen, I've learned a hell of a lot myself from it. And I think anybody struggling with it, listen, loads of people do. Loads of people struggle with it, and they do. And it's one of the most common things that people struggle with is where alcohol and drugs is a certain thing.
Yeah.
Loads of people struggle with weight, and we do all the time.
I think the thing is with the weight issue as well is like with food issues as well is like when I went to see the surgeon about having my skin off, I think the problem is like with food, it's like drugs, alcohol, you can cut it out altogether, whereas like your food, you still need it to survive.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's for me. It's the hardest addiction to overcome.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, listen, anybody who needs any help, they're new to message. I'll obviously drop your Instagram under the video.
Yeah, I always reply to my inboxes, and like I say, I always go out of my way if I can help anybody. If this podcast says it just helps one person, then that's me. That's what's done.
Well, it's definitely helped me and advice anyway. So listen, I appreciate you for coming on, mate. Cheers, mate.
Cheers, my mate. Thank you very much.